What's up guys, it's Sinatro here and welcome back to another World Football Impact video on my channel. Today we've got 10 matches to talk about and we're going to start off with the main event, which was Liverpool versus Manchester City. Well, I would say main event and it turned out to be the worst Premier League match of this weekend. Yeah, this finished 0-0. It didn't really live up to the hype, you could say. So-called two of the three best teams in the Premier League this season. Two of the three best teams that pretty much are going to fight for the title. And what did we see? We saw Manchester City probably give Liverpool a bit too much respect. Because let's just say, they played Liverpool. When Man City played Liverpool last season, where Liverpool won that incredible game in 4-3 match and also knocked them out of the Champions League twice. Let's just say Man City didn't really think that Liverpool were actual challengers for the Champions League and also challengers for the Premier League. This season, totally different. Because there's no doubt about it, the Pep Guardiola went a bit expansive. You know, Sané didn't play in this game, he played in the last, he started in all the games in the Champions League and also at the game at Anfield, didn't play in this game. Also, he didn't really put Mendy and Kyle Walker forward. He pretty much compact, settled. David Silva didn't have the best game because he was compact in that midfield. Liverpool didn't have a great game as well. Salah looks completely the shadow of form that he was last season. Mane didn't have a great game, he could have been sent off. Fernandinho could have been sent off. I was actually like watching a fucking MMA fight.
Are you fucking kidding me?
You could say, but it just didn't live up to the hype, to be honest. Both teams pretty much cancelled each other out. It wasn't a great match to watch as a spectacle, but in terms of maybe both teams, for Liverpool fans and maybe Manchester City fans, a draw would have been a fair result because Liverpool had a tough fixture list, playing Chelsea twice in a week, then going to Naples, a tough place to go to Napoli, and they got beat. And then, you know, they play Man City as well. Man City had a tough week as well. They actually went to Hoffenheim and they were 1-0 down that game and they go back into the game with that was the winner. So both teams have had hectic fixture lists. So, but they're definitely, these two teams for me are a bit so far class above the rest.
What about me?
But wait and see if this draw affected who's in the running to fight to win the Premier League title. But now we're into Germany and we're talking about Bayern Munich. Now, winless in 4 matches in all competitions, have lost their second straight Bundesliga game in a row after losing to Hertha Berlin. You thought, okay, they're going to rally the troops and get back to winning ways against Ajax. No, they were poor against Ajax in the Champions League, and you thought, okay, no way Bayern Munich are going to lose. They're not going to win a game in 4 matches. Come on, this is Bayern Munich. And then you realise they got absolutely destroyed by Gladbach 3-0. And to be perfectly honest, 3-0 flattered Bayern because it could have been any scoreline. It could have been 5 or 6 for Gladbach. Bayern Munich have major problems defensively. We saw at the World Cup, Hummels and Boateng were exposed drastically at that defence. And in this game, they were exposed again. Boateng, I don't know, maybe he's just coming down in his career. Maybe he's just worrying about his shoe collection.
What? What the fuck?
He's got tons of them. I don't know. They look completely delusional at the minute, Bayern Munich. You don't look like Bayern Munich. This is Bayern Munich. We're talking about one of the biggest club in Germany, and they don't play like it. They're struggling to get James Rodriguez. I don't know what's going on there. I keep saying it. They didn't bring any players in the summer, and you can totally see the players they've got are nowhere near good enough for Bayern Munich. I mean, Roberto Sanchez, he's a lost cause.
Okay, it's over. Get him out of here.
Many other players are nowhere near at the caliber of Bayern Munich. And Lewandowski came out in post-match press conference and said Bayern Munich have lost the winning touch, the winning formula. That's not good if your striker comes out and says that, to be honest. But Gladbach, excellent win. And they're now up to second in the league. What a great start to the season they're having. They brought in a great striker in Pella. He was excellent this game. He destroyed Bayern Munich's defence. He scored a goal and made a goal. He was man of the match. I also thought Torgan Hazard was excellent as well. They look a real chance of getting top 4 this season. And right now they are flying in the Bundesliga. And you have to keep an eye on this team. They're a young team. Yes, they are a very young team, Gladbach, but man, they've got potential to be challenging for the top 4, along with maybe like Leverkusen, RB Leipzig, and Hoffenheim this season. Bayern Munich, well, we've got a Bundesliga title race on our hands, and there's no doubt about it. Finally, for the first time, we've got a Bundesliga title race.
Yes, oh God, yes!
Get in! Bayern Munich fans probably not going to say that, but come on, we all want to see a Bundesliga title race. Now into La Liga, and we're talking about Valencia versus Barcelona. These two teams go into the sort of game iffy form, you could say. Barcelona only win was against Tottenham, where Lionel Messi digged them out of a hole, and this game, Valencia were so fucking close to winning this match. They took the lead in this game thanks to a really good finish from the centre back Gary. Messi does what Messi always does, bails Barcelona out every single time. There's no doubt about it. If Lionel Messi was injured or just out of form, Barcelona wouldn't have beaten Tottenham, wouldn't have got a draw against Valencia. Valencia were excellent, definitely the best game I've seen them play this season. Barcelona really struggled to get anything going forward. Luis Suarez didn't have a great game. Coutinho was struggling. Dembele, maybe Valverde made a huge tactical mess. I've taken Dembele out of the team when he was in form. Now he thinks, well, hold on, I was in form. What he took me out of the team for? So, but there's no question about it. Lionel Messi he can't single-handedly dig this team out of a hole every single time, and he's somehow doing it. So it doesn't look good for Barcelona in the long haul. That's a worrying step for Barcelona. Yes, I know they're not top of the league now because Sevilla won this weekend. They go top of the league. So interesting thing this season in La Liga. Just like the Bundesliga, I think we have a La Liga title race this season because right now it's anyone's right now. This is the most wide open La Liga title race I think we've seen in years. That point for Valencia is a really good point, but again, it only puts them 14th. That's not what Valencia should be fighting for. They should be fighting with likes of Barca, Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid for top 4 and maybe a room for the title. But it's a decent point for Valencia. Now into France, I'm talking about Paris Saint-Germain against Lyon. I pretty much thought Paris Saint-Germain is more like Mbappe's show, you could say, because he was flawless in this match. He scored 4 goals and made the goal from the penalty from Neymar. And to be honest, he is a superstar in the making. There's no doubt about it. He's only 20 years old. 20 years old, ladies and gentlemen.
They say he is a legend.
20. Let me put this in perspective. What 20-year-olds should be doing in their lives. Not fucking won a World Cup, scored the goal at the World Cup, and bring on he's destroyed the Lyon side. This is the team that beat Man City in the Champions League. So they're destroying things right now, to be honest, PSG. And I think that's 9 wins in a row, which I think is the first French team ever to do. It just goes to show the strength, the depth of this PSG. Yes, you could say, oh, but PSG is a plastic team. They only have money. They run by a country. The only reason why they won so many league titles is because they shut up. I know that. We get it. We all know PSG is run by a country. Their wealth is way more than even top teams in Europe. But the fact of the matter is, you still have to think that that's still some going to win 9 league games in a row from the first 9. It's still some doing, to be honest. So yes, they keep dominating Ligue, which, to be honest, that league's over. There's no point in me even talking about it. PSG won another Ligue title, but Lyon will be thinking to themselves, second is probably the best they can hope for this season. And I agree. I don't think they're really. I mean, it just goes to show this team. I think they're the second best team in France. They got humiliated by 5-0. Yes, Vicaire got injury. Yes, there was 2 red cards. But to be perfectly honest, the gulf in quality between Paris Saint-Germain and everybody else in France is absolutely humongous, and it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, season upon season.
You're goddamn right.
And they can't really do anything unless PSG get a salary cap or something. It's tough if there are any French teams out there, but the gulf in class is just way more than anybody else. Now we're back to England, and we're talking about Man United again, who somehow or some way dig Mourinho out of a fucking hole. I don't know how he did it. I don't know how Manchester United won this match. Newcastle United played them off the park. It was the best first half performance I've ever seen a Newcastle United team go to Old Trafford, because Mourinho, as much as Man United were awful, Newcastle were excellent. They scored 2 goals after 10 minutes. Kennedy just, I don't know what Ashley Young's doing. Show him down the line. You don't do what he did. And it's a phenomenal finish from Kennedy. The second goal from Mutu, I'm going to get it again. The marking is atrocious. And both goals came from throw-ins, ladies and gentlemen. And let's just say Manchester United cannot deal from crosses. They just can't. They've got major problems with their defence. I mean, Eric Bailly was brought off after 19 minutes.
Hell no!
Scott McTominay went in to defend, and he was substituted at half time. So Man United had 3 different centre backs playing in one fucking game. Incredible. Absolutely. It just goes to show the tactical analysis of Mourinho. Their defence is all in a mess, to be honest. And they're so far away from winning this league, it's incredible. I actually think when David Moyes was manager, they were closer to win the league. Because right now, they're so far away. I mean, this is a team that Manchester United have spent millions on. They've spent, I don't know, over $1 billion on that squad. How the fuck can you be that far away from winning a league than you are now? It's absolutely suicidal, to be honest. They've had 3 different managers. No doubt about it, if the players weren't playing for Mourinho, they didn't show it in the second half because they scored 3 goals. Yes, Newcastle United made horrific substitutions. And yes, I don't know what Rafa Benitez sees in fucking Christian Atsu, because he does fuck all in a bloody match. But I give credit's due. Man United got back in the game, thanks to one Maddis free kick. Fellaini for me changed the match. Well, there's no doubt about it. Fellaini is Mourinho's sort of plan B, you could say. But he changed the game for me. Fellaini came on. He was getting his elbows out and everything, to be honest. And he was involved in the second goal, and the third goal he was involved as well. But if Man United think that they're going to win the league again, they need major reinforcements in that defence, and they've got a long way to go. Man United. Now, I don't think Mourinho is the answer, to be honest. I'm not saying Mourinho's all Manchester United problems, because no doubt about Man United have got bigger problems. I don't think Ed Woodward's the right vice chairman or whatever he does at that club. I think they got major problems with the players. I just think it's a collective problem at Manchester United. And Gary Neville was bang on, right? That you can't just give Jose Mourinho finish a house and just don't finish building it. I totally agree. But the fact is, the player, if the board don't want Mourinho, then sack him. But if you do want Mourinho, back him. And it's the basic simples of managers. You don't want him, get out of him. If you want to keep him, keep him. And I just don't know what's going on in Manchester United. I just feel right now they're in a sort of loophole and they don't really know how to get out of it. And look, wait and see. I don't think Mourinho will be the manager in 2019. Newcastle, it's going to be a long season for them. I don't see. I mean, Mutu played well, but Mike Ashley has ruined that club. And the only way that club's going to stay up is if Mike Ashley sells it. Now we're into Italy and we're talking about AC Milan versus Chievo. AC Milan are really good on form right now. They had an iffy sort of start. Then they played in the Europa League and destroyed Olympiacos. Even though Olympiacos took the lead in that game. But Higuain has been banging the goals in for the last couple of matches now, and he scored 2 goals in this game, and he's really on form. I think he's now at the most he's scored in his whole career at the start of the season. So he's definitely looking a really great signing for AC Milan on loan. I think AC Milan maybe could probably make that permanent if they somehow get top 4. I don't think it will happen, but he's been excellent for. I mean, you think of like Andre Silva, who struggled to score goals last season in Serie. They finally got a top striker in Higuain. Can this team finish top 4? Wait and see on that, because I just think maybe Lazio, likes of Inter, Roma, and you got Napoli and Juventus here just steamrolling everybody in Serie right now. I don't see it happening, but they have a really decent team. I just think maybe defensively they can still be at, but they have a sneaky chance that they get top 4. Now we're heading back to Germany and we're talking about Borussia Dortmund, and they won an absolutely thrilling game against Augsburg, which finished 4-3, and to be honest, Augsburg took the lead in this game, Dortmund got an equaliser, then Augsburg took the lead again. That's right, Augsburg took the lead twice in this game and somehow still lost. And Dortmund got back into it, and Sancho, who is now in the England squad, he looks a real prospect for the future. He's got another assist in this game. Pablo Ascar scored another goal in this game. Marco Reus also scored a goal in this game. That's the best start Marco Reus has ever made to a Bundesliga. He looks like better, and we all know Favre gets the best sort of players. He's definitely in the best sort of Sancho, and he's definitely in the best sort of that Dortmund team. And they're now top of the league right now. And yes, I know people are going to say, natural, Dortmund top of the league last season and somehow bottled it. That's true. But I'm not saying that they're going to win the league. I'm just saying that maybe for the first time in possibly a couple of years now, I really do think this Bundesliga title race is wide open this season. Because we've seen RB Leipzig won 6-0 the weekend, they're up to second, Club back at third, and now Bayern are fifth at the minute. So I'm not. It's going to be interesting. I think we only played 7 matches or 8 matches, so there's still a long way to go. But there's no doubt about it. Dortmund are in a really nice run of form. They beat Monaco in the Champions League at midweek, so they're in a really good run of form. I'm not going to say now they're going to win. I'm not saying that Dortmund are going to be winning the league. I'm just saying for the first time in many years, we have a Bundesliga title race. We're heading to Spain and we're talking about Real Madrid. Where do we start with them? My goodness me, they're having a really horror show at the moment after getting beat by CSKA Moscow midweek. They thought of it, and then they somehow down-tooled and they got beat by Deportivo Alaves. And this is a team that has struggled to score goals this season. And they score a basic goal. And Karim Benzema, he had so many chances in this game. There's no doubt about it. Lopetegui is under massive pressure at Real Madrid because it's the first time Real Madrid have not scored a goal in 4 games since 1989. That season, Real Madrid didn't finish in the top 4. They look all over the place, Real Madrid. Look like their confidence is gone. They've lost sort of their cohesion, you could say, Real Madrid, because Lopetegui is chopping and changing the team, which I don't think helps, especially at defence. And he keeps chopping and changing the goalkeeper. Courtois or Navas, pick a goalie. Just pick one. Pick one. Simple. I mean, you brought in Courtois, start him. If you think Courtois not good enough, then why the fuck do you buy him? But I just think Real Madrid right now, I know I think only a point off the top, but there's something brewing at Real Madrid. And I can see why Zidane laughed because he saw this Real Madrid side dipping. You saw in the Liga last season, they got beat by Leganes. They got beat, and I think he also got knocked out in the Copa del Rey by Leganes. So, and then right with Cristiano Ronaldo, the guy who scored 50 goals last season, they massively missed him because in these type of games, he would score the winner or score the equaliser to get a draw or something. They totally missed that, and replacing the 50-goal man is really difficult to replace. Bale has really not been at it for the past couple of matches now. Modric has really struggled, possibly since he won that Best award. He hasn't really been the same. But Real Madrid, right, Lopetegui, it's a little bit, I wouldn't say his job is under threat. I'm just saying he's under a little bit pressure. A little bit of pressure, especially when you're managing Real Madrid. And we're going back to the Premier League and we're talking about Arsenal, who make it 9 wins in a row. They now jump Tottenham. They're going to love that. They jump Tottenham up the top in the top 4 after a thumping 5-1 win against Fulham. And Aubameyang scores 2. Lacazette, who was man of the match. There's no question about Lacazette. There was one player that's flourishing under Nuno Emery. It's Lacazette. He looks a totally different player than he was last season. Yes, you could say, well, he's got used to the Premier League now. Maybe last season he wasn't fit. He had major injuries. I recall. I know he didn't get in the World Cup squad. That might have, hampered his confidence. I could have won the World Cup for France. No, he's come back. He looks better than he's ever been. And it's definitely a different Lacazette than it was last season. Maybe Arsene Wenger probably didn't get the best out of him. Unai Emery, he's definitely get the best out of him. Because he scored, I think he's at his 10th or something goal this season. It's quite a starting scene when we've only just played 8 matches. So he looks a different player. Aubameyang, one of the best finishers in the Premier League. And they look a real threat for the top 4 this season. Title, I just think defensively, not really. Probably they're a season too early, I think, for the title. Definitely 100% are they fighting for the top 4 this season, Arsenal. And with Tottenham sort of team iffy at the minute with injuries, don't know if they're going to a brand new stadium. Manchester United are inconsistently all over the place. They have a real chance, Arsenal, this season, capitalise on Tottenham and Manchester United's sort of iffy form at the moment. And they have a huge chance to get top 4 this year. What happened? We'll wait and see, but there's no doubt about it. They are the team right now that's in form. Nuno Emery is getting. It took him time, but he looks to get that Arsenal team clicking right now. And this leads the last game, which is Spal versus Inter Milan. Inter Milan. What can I say more about Mario Icardi that hasn't already been said? He's one of the premier finishers in Europe today. And what if 2 goals he scored to pretty much get the 3 points for Inter Milan. Splat will probably kick themselves with 2 goals they conceded, but when you give a world-class finisher of a Mario Icardi's level, then he's going to score. And the way Splat defended is pretty much just all over the place, but Inter are now up to 3rd in the league, and their rocky start, sort of looks like I said, get the form of maybe the players now, like Nangolan and many others, now starting to understand their roles of where they should play on the team. So no doubt about it, Inter Milan will be fighting for the top 4 this season title, no chance. Nobody's going to be fighting Juventus, who won again this weekend, and are single-handedly head and shoulders with everybody else in that division. It's sort of between Inter, Napoli, Roma, Lazio, AC Milan, maybe Fiorentina for the top 4, for those last 3 Champions League places. At the end of the video, I usually make sort of a lighter moment. Not for this one, because I sort of want to get something off my chest. Now, there's a massive UFC fight this weekend between Conor McGregor and Khabib. I'm not even going to pronounce his surname because I'm probably going to butcher it. But now these two physically hated each other. Conor McGregor went a chair on a bus, and he's going to get retrospective for that. There's no question about. But Khabib won the fight. He won it by submission. And Khabib thought it was a good idea to jump out of the octagon and single-handedly, physically assault someone out of the octagon. Yes, I know it was McGregor's trainer, but the fact of the matter is, he went out of the octagon and physically assaulted someone. It's borderline pathetic. Now, also, someone physically jumped into the octagon and physically attacked McGregor, who was single-handedly unconscious after having a 4-round fight with the champion, the best MMA fighter probably in UFC. And honestly, it was an absolute catastrophe. It was catastrophically humiliating to watch for the sport in general. Khabib has tarnished it, no doubt about it. And for me, he should be stripped of his title. I think he will lose his license. I'd be shocked if the guy will be able to fight in America again. And he's just tarnished the sport, and he's definitely, in the 5 seconds that he's done of winning to completely tarnish the sport, he's going to get huge retrospective for what he did. And for me, I'd be shocked if Khabib will be fighting in the UFC again. But we'll wait and see. He's going to get huge fines, he's going to get huge sanctions for it, there's no question about it. But borderline pathetic from a professional athlete to physically go and assault someone. I couldn't believe what he done. You won the fight, you won the belt. You should be out, celebrating, not physically beating people up. I mean, come on, seriously. But anyway, that's the end of the football impact for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe and click on those notification bells. Make love to that notification bell. Enjoy the notification bell. The notification bell is your friend. Just click the bell. Please. Anyway, please like, subscribe. The Natural is out.